Welcome back to Eating with Soula. The following show contains images of big hair and big breasts. It may not be suitable if you envy beautiful women who look good enough to eat. Viewer discretion is advised. I've got the designer to the stars, my sister that I chose, my best friend, my confidant. Welcome, Sam Fenech.
Thank you, my darling.
I'm so glad that you're on the show, darling.
I'm honoured to have been unchanged from the sewing machine for 5 minutes.
I've let him out of the sheltered workshop just this once because I actually am loving what you're wearing. I do love a sequin, as my viewers already know.
You do love the odd sparkle.
I do. And so what do you think of my ensemble?
It's lovely. It's a little bit mother of the bride, but you look gorgeous, truly.
Oh,
you do.
really?
Let's move on.
Mother of the bride.
It's lovely, though.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, at least I don't look like a puffy gold mirror ball.
What are you
nice.
making, darling?
Well, today I'm making a gluten-free vegetarian pie.
Oh, gluten-free.
Yes.
Oh, dear. Is it going to be tasty, though?
It has a very special ingredient that gives it flavour.
I'm Greek, darling. Gluten's in everything.
I understand that, but sometimes, you know what, you have someone coming over for lunch and you want just something easy. So instead of using pastry, which has gluten, we're using a rice base. So simply, it's 1 cup of washed rice. Always wash your rice first. It takes away the starch. It stops it from being gluggy.
Yeah.
So with 1 cup of rice, you always add 2 cups of water.
2 cups of water. Yep.
A pinch of salt
to
taste.
Pinch of
well, rice is a bit bland without a little bit of salt to taste.
With everything.
It is 1 teaspoon of curry powder.
The magic ingredient for flavour.
Add a little bit.
Well, that must flavour that rice crust.
Well, by putting it in the water when you're cooking it, it actually absorbs into the rice and the rice takes on the flavour of the curry. Now, if I could ask you to put that in the microwave. Now, with one cup of rice, 10 minutes in the microwave, it's perfect.
Perfect.
So while that's cooking, we'll now prepare the filling. We'll just put a little bit of olive oil in a warm pan, just like that. Add 1 cup of chopped onion and half a red and half a green capsicum. And we'll just gently saute that until soft. Well, now that this is done, we can start preparing the rice crust.
Oh, lovely.
Soula, if you could just get me that rice out of the microwave, we can get prepared.
Certainly.
Now, I like to use a flan dish for this recipe. I've pre-oiled it. They're great little dishes. It makes it really good for serving.
And I've got the rice.
Thank you, Soula. Now, what we need to add to that is 2 eggs. You do need the eggs. The eggs are what binds it.
Well, it'll hold them all together.
Without the eggs, you'll end up with a very loose base.
We don't want a loose base, doll, do we?
No, we don't. So we'll just...
Am I getting in the way?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. The closer, the better.
Well, that's my motto, doll. It is.
Now, with that, just to add another dimension and to give it a little bit more flavour, because I know you're always worried about this whole gluten-free concept.
Well, look, I've been to these fine dining restaurants where gluten-free is cardboard.
So I'm using a cup of grated parmesan cheese.
Parmesan cheese. Could we make it extra cheesy?
You can make it as cheesy as you like.
I have been accused of making many things very cheesy.
Cheesy. Episodes 1, 3, 7, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
So I'm just going to transfer that now into my flan. Okay.
Oh, look. Okay.
So now I will need a spoon. If you could just get me a spoon quickly so I can spread this out. Hands are clean. I'll use my fingers to start off with. You just start to pat this down onto the base and just spreading it out nice and evenly.
There's your spoon, darling.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. Now, what we need this spoon for is to create a nice firm edge. And also, you want to pat that down. You don't want your edges to be too thick. So by using a spoon there,
Oh, I see what you're doing.
See, we can just create a nice knife edge, a nice square edge. Okay, so now while I'm doing this, Soula,
Yes?
can you just preheat my oven to 180 degrees?
I can do that.
Thank you very much.
Miss me?
Miss you already. So as you can see here, we've now got a really nice pie base.
Oh, look at that, my second favourite form of spooning. Oh, my husband won't let me spoon him anymore.
Well, I'm sure
No, darling.
you've got to add a bit of spice.
I'm already his souvlaki spice.
Oh, of course.
The old gag, you know.
The old souvlaki spice. So we've just taken out any excess rice we may have had. It's always a good idea to refrigerate it for about 30 minutes. What that does, it sets the base so that when you do put your wet ingredients, it doesn't leak. And as you can see there, it's just got nice sharp edges.
Love a sharp edge.
So I'll just pop that away. And now we'll start preparing
The filling.
the filling. So for the filling,
Lovely.
you need 3 eggs.
Crack 3 eggs into a large bowl.
Probably an interesting and not something that you would expect, but it's 1 cup of natural yoghurt.
Oh.
It just softens
Milk.
the flavour. 1 cup of milk. We will...
Any specific
whisk that.
kind of milk?
No, look, I use low fat.
Don't overthink it.
No, don't overthink it. But you
Lovely.
can use any milk you like, whatever you've got in the fridge, really. Add another teaspoon of curry powder. Another cup of parmesan cheese.
Parmesan cheese.
Pop that in. Lovely. There we go. So that's just all mixed together.
Ooh, lovely.
And now we will start filling the
pie crust.
There we go. All we do is put in the onion and capsicum mixture. Oh, Soula, I
Yes?
did pre-cook some pumpkin cubes.
Oh, the cubes, I can get those.
If you could get those for me, that would be lovely. Thank you. So once that is all spread nice and evenly, we'll just pour the filling mixture in. Just be careful with that cheese. You want to get all that lovely parmesan in there. Beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. Oh, you've got me the pumpkin, thanks,
I have,
darling.
doll.
Oh, thanks, sweetie. What would I do without you?
Oh, I
You're
don't
such
know.
a great assistant. Thank you.
I
So
am.
this is about 2 cups of cubed butternut pumpkin.
Roasted.
Which I have oven roasted. Just
Ooh.
lightly. It's only in the oven for about 15 minutes, just until it was soft. So we're just going to pop that on top.
That looks so good.
There we go. Oh, and Soula.
Yes, darling.
I just remembered I also needed the feta cheese that I had previously prepared over there.
Couldn't you have asked me for that, to get that with the pumpkin
I'm
doll?
just a little bit excited being here with you, darling.
Okay.
So
I'll just go
while
and get it.
Soula's gone to get that, we're just going to mix this up. Right, so now you just need to make sure all those vegetables are nicely spread. Thanks. Oh, God, Soula.
Well,
Really?
there we are. I knew I'd get your attention somehow, darling.
Darling, how could I not have
Oh,
attention?
doll.
They're magnificent.
Oh, of course they are.
No wonder your husband's such a happy
Oh,
man.
he's a tit man. And a leg man.
So now we're just going to spread this feta on. Lovely. And a sprinkle of parsley.
Oh, that does look good.
Does look good, doesn't it? Almost as good as you there.
Oh.
You're very distracting.
Oh, of course they are, darling.
Now, Soula, if you could just pop that in the oven for me.
Certainly.
Lovely, thank you. Now, folks, that just needs to be popped in an oven at 180 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes. Just wait until the filling is nice and firm and slightly golden. Is it a bit hot?
It's straight out of the oven, darling.
Okay, let's get these. I'll take these off because I don't want you to damage those delicate little hands of yours.
No, darling.
Amongst other things. So let's just pop that out, be a little bit careful. We'll get rid of that.
That looks delicious, though. Look at the
We're gonna
crust.
pop that on there. Lovely.
Oh, that pie.
Now, do you think, how does it smell? Can you smell that curry? And it's just subtle.
It's very subtle.
But it just adds that lovely flavour. So we'll just cut a little slice for you. Here we go. Let's just see.
Oh, did you hear that?
Hear the crack?
The crack of the crust.
It's,
I sounded like that on my wedding night.
look at that.
Oh, that does look good.
There we
Look
go.
at that.
Now I'll give you a little fork.
Oh.
Here you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sam's.
Vegetarian, gluten-free curried pie.
Oh, it's time to taste.
Let's see if I've
time.
convinced you for gluten-free.
Let me see if the taste factor. Oh. Oh, it's hot. Oh my God. That's good. That's good.
Do you miss the pastry
No.
at all? I think it adds actually a nicer dimension.
It does. I actually am in love with the crust.
The crust is heaven.
Oh, gluten-free.
Yes.
Oh dear, is it going to be tasty though? As my gorgeous mother used to say, Soula Marie, don't get those tartars out again. Get into the kitchen and start cooking, because cooking should never be a drag.
Mwah.
And it's not with you here, my beautiful.
If you're having a party, a get-together, I've made a couple of little smaller ones here. Now these have just been made in a little muffin tray. These is great if you're having a little cocktail party. You can just have it as finger food. And you can do the rice base the day before.
I actually am in love with the crust.
The crust is heaven.
I'm getting back to the